Take that, Chris Wallace. I forgot about that golden moment. Anyway, here, there was a little division back in the party at the time here as to whether they were going too tough on capitalism here. Kind of the same debate they're kind of rejoining today. The aforementioned Charlie Gasparino is here.
Too tough? I mean, by the way, that was nothing compared to what they're doing.
Or what he's going to face now. And it's interesting here about the Bain Capital issue because, like Mitt Romney, a Bain Capital pedigree background.
Right. Yeah, I mean, it's just, that Obama ad was so bad. But, listen, there's both sides engage in this sort of this sort of stuff. So,
what do you think of his entrance now and who he's going to appeal to? Was it given and driven by the concern the party's moving too far left?
Listen, I think what's going on now, and we've been following. I actually call people on the Democratic side to try to get their idea.
I try to get them one-on-one.
Yeah, I know. No, and by the way, if you notice, he was scared of you.
Well, most are.
Yes, I can tell. What the Democratic Party insiders are saying are two things. They don't give Deval Patrick much of a chance of winning. They do believe that...
How about doing well in New Hampshire? He's right next door. I mean, a lot of candidates are Bernie Sanders, Elizabeth Warren.
Here's what they do. They think Elizabeth Warren now is slipping, that the Medicare for All numbers are so clearly out of whack that even party insiders say they're insane. And it's opening up a vacuum of potential moderates like him, Mayor Bloomberg.
Right.
Hillary Clinton is musing.
He would have to raise a lot of money fast, right?
Yeah, I don't think he has much of a shot. I think in the end, and I'm getting this from the same insiders, the guy this benefits, oddly, will be Biden. And if Biden can do okay, he's starting to do better in polling, particularly in New Hampshire. He is the standard bearer of the centrists. Now, he's got to do okay. He's got to prove that he's not too old. I hate to say it, but he's come across at times just not sharp enough. And he's got to be proved that he's sharp enough. And if you look, if Elizabeth Warren's plan is laughed at now by anybody that knows how to add, which it is right now. That's why Bloomberg's in it. That's why Deval Patrick's in it. That's why Hillary Clinton's talking about it, talking about getting in. She's probably not, but she's just raising the issue. That does open a lane for Biden to bring this home, particularly if he does well in New Hampshire. If he wins New Hampshire, by the way.
And by the way, what did he mean to say, I think the rich should pay more? So I assume he's for returning the top rate to what it was, 39.6. But do we know much whether he supports a wealth tax, whether he supports these various surtaxes?
And he was a conventional liberal politician when he ran Massachusetts. I mean, I think he'll support like a higher rate for putting the higher rate back to where it was in the Obama years. I mean, I think he's for probably reversing some of the corporate tax cuts.
Right. We know that Biden's open to raising the corporate rate to 28%. Not to the highest it was, but like in the middle.
Right. And so I think he's kind of like in that area. I think the Bain thing does help him with moderates. I just think he doesn't have the name recognition. But I think what it does say that he's getting in, that Bloomberg is, we did a story yesterday that said Bloomberg is now talking to potential campaign staff. Like, so he's thinking about hiring up, that they believe that the Warren wing of the party will not be Trump. They believe the numbers are so obviously not going to work that she will lose. Bernie Sanders will lose. Any of those conventional liberals.
You could make an argument, right, Charlie, that all these candidates stay in the race, divide the vote, because it's a portion vote in the delegates in the Democratic various primaries, caucuses. You could arrive and not have someone win on the first ballot, and then all bets are on.
And maybe Bloomberg is thinking that this is a broker convention, and I come in and I can theoretically.
Hillary Clinton is thinking because in a second ballot, the superdelegates come into play.
She's going to have to raise some significant amount of money, and I don't think people are dying to give money to the Clinton.
She said there are many people who are.
Yeah, I don't know. I speak to these guys all the time. That's one name that I do not hear.
Really?
Yes, they would. By the way, Biden is actually attracting cash now.
Is it? Okay.
Yes, to a super PAC. So I'm saying we're still in I would say the fifth inning, and I would say this, that Warren's losing momentum, and she's losing momentum because her plans are fantastical, and even Democratic liberals believe that, and so now that's why you got moderates galore thinking about getting in this thing.
Okay. Thank you, my friend. Always good seeing you.
By the way, great job there.
Thank you.
By the way, your hair is still the same color. You notice that?
Yeah. Bigger cheeks back then. A lot bigger cheeks. All right.